Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing a fan favorite from Patek Philippe. This is the Calatrava 5296G-010. This watch embodies everything that is great and glorious about haute horlogerie dress watches. 38 millimeters in diameter. It is white gold, 8.8 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 45.8 millimeters. It has a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Uncommon. Back when this watch launched in 2005, the 21 millimeter lug spacing means that though the watch is not broad across the wrist, it has an impressive stance down the wrist. So along the wrist, it's quite wide. The watch is suitable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. You can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist it wears well. It's also very thin and fits easily underneath the sleeve. The strap is high-grade blue gloss, large rectangular scale alligator leather. It has a sheer cut side, a monotone stitch, and you can see on the bottom, calf skin. It is a Patek Philippe factory strap in outstanding condition, and you can see it uses the company's latest pull tab spring bars so you can pop the strap off without a tool. We also have a faceted and polished white gold Patek Philippe spade style pin buckle. I love the fact that there's a crease down the center of the pin. The attention to detail runneth over. Now the watch is made of what's known as gray gold. Patek has used this since at least 2006. It's a white gold 18-karat alloy that is the same color all the way through. So if you scratch it, there's no different color underneath. And unlike conventional white gold, it never needs to be re-rhodium plated. Now, as with the 5107, this watch has a very flat conical bezel. It's sloped, but only just, and it's almost completely flush and flat. There's a little step between case band and bezel, so to break up the mass and sheer of the case. The lugs are blended as they would have been on the original 1932-96, unofficially the first Calatrava, and they come to a tapered point. They're very narrow in profile. We have the Calatrava cross, the logo of Patek Philippe on the crown, push-down crown, though with a screw and case back. The watch is 30 meters water resistant. The dial is what Patek calls silver opaline, so silver white with a very soft frosted finish. It glows in direct light rather than exploding like a metallic sunburst. We have a dimple style polished minutes and seconds track outboard with faceted diamond finished white gold dart style indices, and we have fluted Dauphine hands at center with the fluting making them contrast better against the dial base. There's a polished frame for the date aperture. The watch does not feature a hacking seconds function that's characteristic of these caliber 324s, though you can apply a little bit of back pressure, stall the hand, and set the watch against a reference time. That's a nice little feature of these center second caliber 324s. You also have a quick set system, so if the watch runs down, you have the ability to quickly reset the date using the quick set system in the intermediate crown position. Though this model launched in 2005 with caliber 315, here we have caliber 324, a later evolution. It is a unidirectional automatic winder with ceramic rotor bearings and a 45-hour power reserve. It bears the Patek Philippe seal that would have been present on all 5296s made after mid-2009, so you can get a sense of when this watch was made just by the stamp on the movement. It has a Gyromax style balance that's adjusted in 5 positions like a chronometer. Gyromax means it's free sprung. Instead of a moving index, we have little bolts on the balance that change its inertia or its polar moment or turning force and change the rate. So all of the regulation is done using the weights on the balance. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. And it features a silicone anti-magnetic hairspring, which makes the watch quite resilient to the effect of magnets, as you often find in high-powered electronics around the home and the office. Single mainspring barrel, beautifully laid out. You can see there's large engine turning on the base plate, and then there's small engine turning on the center of the rotor, circular Côte de Genève on the rotor, linear Côte de Genève across the bridges. We have black polished screws with chamfered slots in circumference. We also have locating pegs, most notably underneath the balance cock. You can see those little 3 polished caps. Those are actually the pegs that locate the balance half bridge, and they've been polished on their tops. We also have mirrored anglage. Here it's started mechanically, but because this is Patek Philippe, the anglage is finished to a mirrored shine using manual techniques, and then we have satination on all of the wheels. It's a beautifully made movement and a real classic. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.